Right then people, now I'm getting a lot of you asking me, a lot of you sending me messages saying, Si, what bike should I get? Is this bike cool? Is this bike not cool? Is this bike manly enough? Is this bike not manly enough? A lot of questions, and to be honest, I'm fed up with answering loads and loads of messages, right? So I've got a simple system here. I'm going to do this, then you can watch this whenever you need, whenever you're thinking about getting another bike, you can watch this. Job's a good one. Okay, so we start at 0. Yeah, everything starts at 0. Then obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then top is 10. Right, that there is your masculine line. Okay, masculine, Butch, right? That's your Butch line, okay? Right, forget that masculine bit. That's Bush, right? So forget that bit, right? So that's your Butch line, okay? And your 10 Butch, that's going to be like your Clint Eastwood type Butch, yeah? All right. And then down here is more your Graham Nortons and that kind of stuff, all right? And then we have the cool line, yeah? This is cool. Right, and obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then a 10 cool, that's going to be like your Steve McQueen, someone like that, proper cool. All right, then you have here is your perfect line. All right, now that mixes both a 3 Butch and a 3 cool together, or 7 and 7, or whatever. That's your perfect graph. Ideally you want to end up at the top there, yeah? That's the coolest and the butchest bike to have. All right, now what we have here is a 4 cool, yeah, and a 4 Butch, yeah, so there and there, right? This is your 600 zone. All right, so this is where 600s are. Right, this is a no-go zone. All right, this is not acceptable. This is a place where you don't go, you don't have a bike from this zone. All right, that's in case you've got to do commuting or something like that, or whatever. Anyway, below a 4 Butch and a 4 cool 600s, steer clear of them. All right, now not very Butch, say a 1 Butch but a 5 cool, then you're talking about like what's it called, you're talking like about a Lex Moto, yeah, or a Sinus, or whatever other Chinese copy. All right, so one of them things that goes in there. All right, and then say a 1 cool, so not very cool at all, but a 5 Butch, that's like your little 250 adventure bikes, yeah, because adventure raw, but it's not very big engine, so adventure 250. All right, so then if we want to go up to like a 10 cool but it's still only a 1 Butch, then that's looking like your little Moto 3 bikes or something like that. Yeah, they're pretty cool, but they're not very Butch, yeah. And then if we want to go to like a 1 cool but a 10 Butch, then you're looking at like your adventure bikes, and that's not like your adventure guy that goes and parks down the calf and got a venture bike, because sometimes he parks it on the grass. That's like the proper guys that clear off round the world and go through everything, rivers and stuff like that. They're proper hardcore, they're proper Butch, but they're not cool. All right, so then we got all this other zone to fill up, haven't we? So what we're looking at then is just thinking, well, you know, where to say like an RSV4, right? Well, an RSV4, they're not very Butch. Let's say a 4 Butch, but they are pretty cool. So you're going to have your RSV4 up here, yeah, RSV4 up there, and so he's a 4 Butch, but you know he's quite cool, yeah. And then you got, you know, your other line across the bottom. You know, what have we got that's not very cool but is quite Butch? So say a 3 Butch would be a 1290, yeah. you've got a KTM, it's quite Butch, but it ain't that cool, yeah, because it's a 1290. I mean, anyway, right, let's not go into that. Right, then also, you know, you've got your funny grey areas, right? So you've got like a five Butch, right, which is like, it's about average, yeah, right. But it is quite cool. So say like a 9 cool, yeah, that's your R1M. All right, it's only a 5 Butch because it's got all the girly settings on it, and everyone that rides them thinks they're something special just because the bike helps them. All right, so let's not go into that too much, right? But interestingly enough, yeah, only a 5 cool, but a good 9 Butch is your R1 carb, yeah, your carby R1, the old school R1, the manly R1, that's up there. It ain't as cool, but it is more manly. See, and this is the problem you got when you're weighing up what bike to have. You know, do I have this, do I have that? If you want like a standard bike, like a 5 cool and a 5 Butch, then you're looking at like a blade, yeah? So we'll put a blade in there, and that's middle of the road. It ain't really Butch, and it ain't really cool, yeah, but it does it all. It's about middle of the road, yeah, right? And then you've got, you know, so say a 6 Butch and a 6 cool, a little bit more. You've got your ZX10, your ZX10R, you know, that's in there. You know, it's better than a blade, but it ain't all that, is it? Do you know what I mean? So you've got that in there. Then if you go like say a 4 Butch, but say a 7 cool, that's like your mini twin, right? Now see, they're cooler than a blade, but they're not quite as Butch as a blade. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, so that's where we're at with that, yeah? Now, if you want something that's like a 6 Butch, yeah, but like a 10 cool, so a 6 Butch and a 10 cool, that's your CB500, yeah? And that's pretty cool, and, you know, it's above average Butch, yeah? So CB500, that's what you're looking at to buy for that place there. Now, if you want something that is like an 8 cool and an 8 Butch, right, then you're looking at a Supermoto, yeah? And you get one of them, and you look the kiddie, especially you get the goggles and all that lot, you look the boy, that's at least an 8 Butch, and that's at least an 8 cool, all right? So bear that in mind, yeah? Now, what we also got here, yeah, is the Gixxer 1000. Now, where's the Gixxer 1000 going on there? Well, as we all know, it ain't very Butch, yeah. But you know, they've made it, you know, they made it a bit better in a way. So he's probably going to be about an 8 cool, but only a 1 Butch, yeah. So Gixxer 1000, and he goes in there, right? Now, I know what a lot of you are wondering, and you're trying to think to yourself, well, you know, wonder what bike Si rides. And to be honest, that's nothing to do with this, yeah. I'm not going into what bike I ride's best and all that lot, but what I am saying is this is a good average chart, yeah, and this will help you make a decision. But this chart is quite fluid, yeah, and this chart will change if I change. But I mean, if bikes change, then the chart will change, yeah. But at the moment, what we're thinking is probably a 10 cool and a 10 Butch, a 10 cool, 10 Butch. Up the top here, we're probably talking like an S-Style RR. Now I think about it, I've got one of them, yeah. But that's not why they're there, right? They're there because that's how the chart works, yeah. The chart may vary at time to time, but that's how the chart works, right? So we've got this really cool area here. Now, what I don't really understand from this chart is why I've got these blank spaces and all that lot, but that's probably just because I haven't spent the time and energy to sit down and think about what bikes go in them. But if you're worried about where your bike features, then message me with your bike and I'll give you a Butch cool rating for your bike, yeah? So I hope this helps you out. and it makes your life a bit easier when you're out there choosing a bike. And if not, then I'm really sorry for wasting your time. Right, thank you very much.